We're here today with Finian O'Connor from the Ashbourne Community School. Finian, you're the TY coordinator and you've been the year ahead there as well. Welcome to join us today.
Thanks,
You're going to be talking to parents about TY. Could you first give us a little bit of background about your role in TY and yourself?
Very good. Well, first off, I'm here primarily because I believe passionately in TY. I've been involved in TY in one capacity or other for the past 18 years. You know, for being a tutor through to coordinator year ahead, and for the last 5 years I've been coordinating at Ashbourne Community School. We've 144 students doing it. But it's a unique year. We're the only education system in the world that offers this unique standalone year, and I just see it as an incredible opportunity for young people, 14, 15, 16 years of age. And it's something that we need to be more aware of and make greater use of. So that's primarily why I'm here. I believe in it as an incredible learning opportunity for young people.
And your passion for it is very evident. How would you describe TY? What is TY in a nutshell?
TY is, that word opportunity, TY is a unique opportunity for a student to develop not just their academic skills. We have a system in Ireland that focuses almost solely on points, whereas in fact TY is one opportunity in the secondary school system where students get the opportunity to develop as people. So obviously the academic is still important, and we'll talk about it later on, but additionally their confidence, the key life skills such as teamwork, leadership, communications, the very ones that we talk about today in terms of the modern world, IT skills, being able to sample work placement, being able to sample new subjects, being able to develop confidence in themselves and in their ability to deal with the world around them, both in school and outside of school. It's an incredible opportunity. And you know, I suppose today what we want to emphasise is the role that parents can play in helping enhance that, because as with anything, opportunities are there. If we don't avail of them, we're gone, and we need to help our young people avail of that. And I think parents have a much, much more proactive role which they can play, they can do that. So that's yes, primarily why we're here today.
In terms of parents playing that proactive role, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, the biggest, I want to say problem, I shouldn't, but the biggest issue is parents not seeing TY as important as every year group. So if your son or daughter is in sixth year, you're concerned, well, what are they getting to do? How are they progressing? Unfortunately, too often, when it comes to TY, parents switch off. They think, school is taking care of that. Parents have to become much more involved in communicating to school and with their son and daughter about TY. What were you doing today? What was workplaces like? What opportunities are there they can avail of? They've got to be much more actively involved in their son or daughter's participation in TY. And where that happens, it greatly enhances the education experience. When it's not there, it creates additional difficulty. So that, for me, is first and foremost by far the single most important role that parents can play, to be involved, be informed, communicate to school with your son or daughter about TY, what's happening and how they can help. Additionally, then, there's very practical ways parents can actually help contribute to TY program in work placement, obviously in terms of providing it, in terms of perhaps providing modules. I've had experience in schools where parents have actually helped run modules, say in terms of senior citizens, help facilitate that, coming in to do talks with students. So that can be a very, very important part to play. Thirdly as well, parents can help in making their son and daughter aware of opportunities, okay, that maybe the school hasn't been able to highlight, both for in school and outside of school, that their son and daughter can avail of during TY. And it's not just what happens during school hours. Outside of school is equally as important, and the parents can provide the opportunities, make their sons and daughters aware of it. And that's how my involvement with Twyern came about, because with Twyern, by looking at what's available there, they can see those opportunities. And it's not just up to school. Our sons and daughters need the help, and parents can play a much more active role in that as well. But above all, just be interested, enthusiastic, in their son and daughter in TY. That is hugely important.
Just in terms of parents being proactive, it's very interesting hearing that coming from a TY coordinator.
I also speak as a parent.
Yes.
And I think that's very important. I had two sons who went through through TY. So, it's not just the teachers had it on here, it's also as a parent. And that is parent involvement in TY is the key to to whether TY is going to be a successful in daughter, whether it's not going to be. They really have a huge role to play.
You mentioned there your role in TY Ireland. How did that come about?
Well, it came about, I suppose, very simply because of a shared passion. I saw an email outlining advice to students and to parents about the opportunities TY is offered. I said, wow, this hits every nail on the head in terms of what I perceive TY to be, the opportunities that are there for students and the role parents can play. I looked up and it was this organisation called TY Ireland, and I said, I want to connect with these. They seem to have the same ethos for me in terms of what TY has to offer. And from that, I came to see an organisation that was whose primary aim was to enhance the TY experience and make people aware of the opportunities that are there and to overcome the obstacles that very often prevent TY being the experience it can be. And hence, I saw it as an additional and very important support to what's happening within the school. So that's how it came to be involved.
And subsequently, you've written a regular blog about your experience as from the inside, I suppose.
Yes, well, it's just mainly, I suppose, as a practitioner at the coalface, as a coordinator, and as a teacher, and trying to sum up some of the issues that are raised there, as well as the opportunities. So, and insofar as any advice in terms of helping the overall experience of a student in TY, that's the aim, both from a teacher's point of view, a student point of view, and obviously a parent's point of view as well, yeah.
And then from that, you're also involved in advising in a broader capacity?
Yeah, well, I suppose due to my experience, if mistakes can be made, I've made them. I know what works and what doesn't work. And from that point of view, I just feel maybe I've something to offer. I mean, at the end of the day, collaboration is the key. It's getting people together, sharing experiences, what works, what doesn't work. And the end of the day, what we want is an enhanced life and education experience for a young person. TY, it's 12 months of their life, 8 months if you take everything out. But it's critical and it cannot be wasted. It's too precious an opportunity. And that's where we're coming from. We've got to make sure that it's availed of. Both inside school and outside of school.
If there was anything in terms of parents that are looking at students entering into TY?
What parents, I suppose, sometimes there's misconceptions here about TY, dossier, or they stop studying, the fears that parents have, well, if they're a year out, how will I get back into the Leaving cycle? In fact, a proper experience at TY can actually improve and enhance the education experience of students. Only in the last couple of days, there's been a recent study of 5,000 students who to see how TY impacted on their academic outcomes, and showed conclusively that those who'd done TY actually, one, were better independent learners, and two, actually spent more time in 5th and 6th year in terms of homework and study than those who didn't. And it just, it shatters this misconception, dossier, that it actually enhances it once it's properly done. Now, I mentioned that because sometimes people think, well, TY is not academic. It is. They're actually laying down an academic foundation as well, become more independent learners, looking at their core subjects, looking at new subjects, on top of all the other benefits and the life skills and that. But I think it's very important for parents to realise not to have this fear, they're going to switch off, they're going to find it very difficult. On the contrary, it can and does greatly enhance it, and that leads to better outcomes. I think it's so important today when the whole workplace is changing so much, when there's so much about flexibility and all that, the TY is a 1 year in the entire senior cycle where students are given the opportunity to develop those skills in a focused, meaningful way, both inside school and outside school and in the workplace. And I think with TY, it's really only later that the real benefits can be seen. So that would be my advice to parents. This thing of, switching off, certainly it can enhance and does.
Finian, thank you so much for sharing your information with us today.
Thank you.